What's going on, you guys? Today we're back with another video, but it's going to be about this thing. This is my E36. I had a video about it previously on the channel, kind of introducing it. It's been about 2 months since then. The car is currently pouring oil out the oil filter housing, and currently I switched to two-piece headlights here recently, so I think they look amazing. Just got the clear corners. I had ambers for a while, but today's kind of be going over, I'm popping the hood right now, what to do and what I'm going to be doing on this car and if it's leaking for you guys. But well, that just broke off. That's okay. Anyways, pretty much this car basically is pouring oil, which, dang, it's like really moist. I guess I was working out in the rain. But it's pouring oil out. Let me see if I can get a good camera angle for you guys. Right about that area. I don't know if you can see it, but it's called a pressure relief valve on the oil filter housing. And I thought it was the Vanos line, and then I thought it was the gasket itself, but it's neither. I've already replaced them. It's still pouring. Well, we eventually got a new gasket in there, and it didn't work. So instead, today is just going to be kind of a quick rundown on how to do this and what to do. It's probably going to take a few days because it's just an O-ring, but you have to take out the intake, the alternator, the tensioner pulley that goes right here. You have to take off this whole front piece trim, and then once you get that off, you have to unbolt the power steering down below, take off the Vanos line, and then you have the 6 bolts that take this off. And then once you take that off, you have to get a pick, pull that out, then pliers to pull out the pressure relief valve plug. And then you have to put the O-ring in and then hope it's good. So pretty much we're gonna do that today. I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up and start taking it apart. Okay, so next you have to, for mine at least, this is cold air intake, but I have to take off these 3 bolts, unhook that up there, and a little hose clamp right there. And then once you do that, there's just these 2 bolts left. There's supposed to be one there, but mine fell off. I don't know where it is. You can take this out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. What's going on, guys? It's a new day. We're back working on this thing. So yesterday I was midway through it, and then I decided to go inside because I was getting tired and it was really freaking cold. So we're gonna get started on this again today. I'm gonna set you guys up, and first we're gonna get the alternator and the tensioner pulley out. All right, let's do it. Okay, so once you get the intake all out, which what I like to do when I get the intake out, so I'll keep this bolt on there, and then I'll push this behind where the throttle cable is, and then it's kind of out of my way. But next I need to, it's right here. This is one of 2 bolts holding in the alternator. It's got this little dust cap on it. You just pop it off like a flathead. And then you get that top bolt off. Then there's gonna be a bottom bolt, which it's kind of hard to see, but there's pretty much gonna be a bottom bolts right there. And I don't know if I'll be able to even get my phone down there enough, but there's basically, can't really point to it very well, but there's a 16mm nut on the back of that bolt as well. And so basically you have to have one ratchet over here and one ratchet over here with 16 on both, and that one needs to be a deep socket. But once you have that done, you're pretty much good to go. Alternator comes off. There's 2 bolts on the back of the alternator where the wire connects, right here behind this little flap thing right here. And once you get those both off, you're pretty much golden. Put the cat back on. I just realized I didn't have it on from the last time I did it, but I think, just so dust doesn't get on their terminals and stuff, because it's pretty much the same as a battery. Before you do any of this, make sure you disconnect the battery. I've yet to do that yet. But next part, I'm gonna get that top bolt out, And just for future reference, because I didn't know this when I took it out, once you see thread get past this area right here, it's so easy to just pull it out. The belt down here fights it because it's a tensioner. So, and you can't release tension without taking that off, and then you'll have to release tension on the other tensioner. But I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so the video cut out, but once you get this bolt off and the tensioner pulley off, the next thing to do is you will go down here, and there is a bottom bolt down there. But first, in order to even get to that bolt, real quick. Okay, anyways, so in order to get to that, there is underneath this hose, you'll be able to see it, but it's like my finger's on it right now. You can see it right there. There's this it's like a hex bolt type thing, but it's not an actual bolt. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna pull up on it, and it'll loosen the tension, so you can pull the belts off the alternator, which then you can get the bottom bolts off the alternator with the 216s on each side. And then once you get the alternator out, it's pretty straightforward. 2 bolts at the bottom and 6 bolts at the top. And we're gonna do that real quick. Okay, so we got the belt out, and now the next thing to do is the 2 bolts, the 16. I'm gonna do that real quick as well. Second bolt is out. Once you get it out, the alternator just moves. You can just pull it out just like that. And there's 2 bolts right here. I think it's a 13 and a 10 are the 2 ones. Once you peel this off, holds the positive and negative on the alternator. And once you get that off, I'll show you what to do afterwards. Let me get those off real quick. Okay, so once I get the alternator out, I like to put the bolts back on exactly where they came, just so you don't lose them. Every other bolt that I've taken off in this car is usually in a bag, except for the 2 long alternator bolts, because you kind of know where they go, because there's only 2 of them. And it's really not that many bolts you need to get to, but basically once you get done with that, you have these 2 bolts right here. And this is takes off the power steering from the oil filter housing. And then the oil filter housing is now just held up by 6 bolts right here. And that's all it is to take it off. So this is gonna be the end of it today. I got the alternator out, so I'm happy with that. But the shop that I'm gonna take the thing to get the O-ring itself put back in isn't open right now. So I'm taking it tomorrow. And that's gonna be it for this part. And then I'll be back tomorrow and be back assembling it all together. See you guys then. What's up, you guys? So it's about 2 days later since I recorded my last video, and we put the new O-ring in. It's leaking oil, so kind of stuck on what to do with it. So I'm gonna end the video for this here. It's gonna be kind of a part 1. Currently I'm gonna save for the new oil filter housing. Once I get the new housing, we'll throw it in. Still kind of doing research on it, see if I can get anything done on it before, I have to spend $500 in a new oil filter housing. But just want to kind of record this segment. I mean, she's leaking oil, but she looks insanely good right now, like so good. So all right, well, thank you guys for watching. See you next time.